in front of a big, I'm standing in front of a giant, looks like a castle.
Mhm.
And it's, well, I feel tiny. It almost looks like, it almost looks like the outside of like a church with like pointy steeples, and it just looks very tall and old, and it almost looks purple, like the color of the building is like purple. And it's just like I'm standing, I don't know where I am, but I'm kind of I don't really see anything else around. It's just like me and this big building in front of me. And it's kind of like I can't quite tell if it's like daylight or nighttime. Maybe
Mhm.
it's like that sort of like twilight, in
Mhm.
between like light and dark.
So it's kind of both.
Yeah, kind of both. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
this castle almost
Mm.
glows, like almost glows, like maybe there's some crystal in it, kind of like shiny. Hmm.
And you could see inside the castle, or are you just outside?
I'm just like outside of it right now, just kind of staring at looking up.
Mm.
It's massive. Um, and other than that, I'm just like, I look down, I'm just standing there. I'm just like barefooted and just dressed like, looks like I have on like maybe I'm gonna say it's a white, a light colored, just like a gown. Looks like it goes to my ankles. I look like me from what I can tell, like, like myself right now.
Mhm.
And that's all I really see from this spot. But I think I obviously need to go inside of the building, I guess.
Yes.
So I guess we could do that. Okay. I'm just going to push these big doors open, step inside.
What are the doors made of?
They feel like they're made of these, again, they seem almost church-like, like they're big, giant, heavy, wooden, but also have like metal, some kind of metal, like is the handles. Um, just like yeah, just like you'd see just standing in front of any sort of castle or church, that heavy wooden, and I have to
Mhm.
pushing them open and then stepping in, and there's it's a little dark.
Mhm.
I'm gonna just kind of step forward and see if I can see anything. I can hear my feet on the on the ground. It's like I'm standing on I don't know, like it's a hardwood floor or something. Okay. Okay, now I hear somebody. I just heard
Mm-hmm.
somebody say, "We're here. We're here." Um, Let me follow this voice. Okay. Wow. Okay. Um, so it's kind of like the light is coming on,
Mm-hmm.
like exposing who's in the room, and I see, you know what I see are dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, lot. There's a several. There's a giant orange dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a big, this is a big, it's big. Giant orange dragon. It is the first one I see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Massive. And I see some others that look smaller. Um, they're kind of all behind this one. So there's like a one that looks smaller and looks kind of purple.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a white, like a white one. And the white one, I recognize the white one. I think that's my dragon. Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, wow, okay. And just
And
I'm
you've met
looking. Oh, go ahead.
you've met you know the white dragon.
I
That's
know
one
the
that you're
white dragon.
connected with.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know this dragon. Call him Thorn.
And do you know the other two dragons?
Um, don't know the purple one. Although he's saying his name is Franklin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin. Okay. And then this big orange one. Wow. This big orange one is powerful.
Does
So,
this dragon have a name, this orange one? Can you ask?
what's your name? An odd name. The name I'm hearing is Pocky? Pocky?
Oh, Pocky.
Pocky? Like
Okay.
Pokai or something? Pocky? I don't know.
P-O-K. Pocky. Okay.
Pocky.
And
Okay,
why
so
have they brought you here?
this big orange one
Hmm.
is telling me that he's Metatron's dragon.
Mm. I didn't know Metatron had a dragon.
Apparently there's a big orange one. Metatron's dragon, and we're here to do some work on you. And I can feel, I'm just standing here, but I can feel my body is already like it feels I'm getting cold and getting like cold, like shivery feeling.
What
Oof.
is the nature of the work that they want to do on you?
We're going to pull this anxiety from you, and we want to put up some boundaries, strengthening your boundaries you're having a little trouble with that.
Okay.
Ooh, um, so I think I'm like sitting down.
Hmm.
I just feel like I'm sitting like in a chair, and I can see the big orange one is like in front of me. The other two are kind of on the side, and I'm just cold. I'm freezing.
Can you ask them why your body is feeling so cold?
The shivering, it's the shivering. So you shiver, so you like vibrate and shiver, and it's almost like I have to shiver and vibrate to like um get this out of me or off of me or release it.
So you have to vibrate in order to
Yeah.
remove the anxiety physically.
Yeah.
Mhm. And what is the cause of this anxiety? What is the root cause of this anxiety? Where did it begin?
Okay. So it's twofold. I see two forks.
Hmm.
One side says there's a little bit, like we discussed, left over of
Hmm.
trauma.
Hmm.
And the other side is caring, caring so much about the collective, so worried about them, feeling like it's my duty to help them and I can't. Like, I can't make them see the truth. It almost feels like I am like looking over top of them, and I just feel so much empathy. They're so scared. And it's like I could see it like it penetrating my auric field almost like it's not being it's like absorbing instead of like bouncing off like it should.
I'd like to ask the white dragon, Thorn. I would like to ask their perspective on this, what you're speaking of, the the carrying so much of the collective's fear and suffering and being so concerned with what is happening in the collective field. Is that Lilith's job to carry that?
No,
Hmm.
your
And so,
job.
what causes her to do that? Why is she doing that?
Um, one is there was there were missions like this before
Hmm.
that we failed,
Hmm.
and wants so badly to succeed that she almost feels like she could just have more control over it. She could help them succeed, but she can't. It's
Mhm.
a feeling of not wanting to fail this time, which she's not going to fail, but there's still that fear, I guess. It's like been carried over because we've done stuff like this before, not here, not on Earth, but we've done stuff like this before. And we've tried these types of things before and failed, but this time, so far, it's this, sorry, working. But she's just wants so badly to succeed. And she used to, so she is the Lilith aspect is an earth goddess, very connected to this, to Gaia.
Mhm.
And in the past, and even in this lifetime, for the first, shall we say, up until maybe about 5 years ago, if I want to give a time frame, part of her role was to process for others,
Mhm.
but that is no more. But it's a habit. It's a habit that she has to continually work on. It's like she drops it for a while, then she picks it back up again. This habit of like caring too much, trying to almost take on other people's stuff to help them. It's no longer her job, and she knows it's not her job. But it's when you boil down to the very heart of it, she just cares so much. Um, she cares so much about the collective and the planet that it gets overwhelming.
What what would be the outcome if Lilith continued to do this? What would her her inner space be like, and what impact would it have on her mission if she continues down this road?
It would just cause so much unnecessary turmoil within, more anxiety, more fear, more frustration, which is not good for anyone. And that in itself, feeling that way in itself hinders what we're doing here because it knocks her out of that place of being in her heart and being centered.
Mhm.
It knocks you out of that place of being in the center of the storm where you're supposed to be.
Mhm.
So it would be nothing but just more of the same, a hard time. Which, she doesn't want that. We don't want that.
Mhm. What does Lilith need to know, understand, release, or embody in order to release that pattern and those imprints?
Just know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't, how do I word this? What the, as far as the collective goes, they're going to do they're going to do what they're going to do because they're all on different paths. Um, I I am basically removing. There's a cord. I'm removing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cord, almost like attached to the collective. I'm
Mm-hmm.
removing this from her right now.
Okay.
Perhaps this has been here longer than we realized. Oh, just cold.
Hmm.
Wow. It's like a big white cord, and it's it's being severed
Mm-hmm.
like roots in the solar plexus, and they're white. So they're being kind of pulled out and pulling this out. There's like an actual, through her eyes, can see herself being distanced,
Mm-hmm.
a distance and like floating above the collective, and they're getting smaller, putting her at a healthy distance, not cut off, but a healthy distance to observe. Oh, in that cord, it's like a tree trunk, and it's out, and it's like I can see down the center of it because it was big and hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's like the roots of it are like kind of curling up, folding into themselves, and like up inside of itself, and it's just like getting smaller and fading into the distance.
And the spaces left behind from where the cord was pulled out.
Yeah,
Is there something that we can fill in those spaces with so that that is sealed?
yes. Okay. Oh, the big orange dragon. There's it's putting its like I don't know what you call those. I don't know what kind of hand. I wouldn't call it a paw. I'll just call it a paw. A, dra-
Okay.
a dragon paw. Putting the
Could
paws
ask
on
him.
Pocky. Are those paws?
Hockey paws.
Sure, paws
Sorry.
are fine. So there's again this fiery, like orange energy, and he's putting it right in there,
Mm-hmm.
right in all the little holes. It's like a ring
Mm-hmm.
all the way around my solar plexus. Orange. fiery. It feels like strong, like strength.
Mhm.
Ooh, it feels like confidence.
Mm.
And now I'm still a little cold, but I'm hot. I'm
Mhm.
hot and cold at the same time. My hands are like so sweaty. Good Lord. Whew. And now it feels like, oh, so I feel like kind of vibrating internally, like my legs feel like they're vibrating. Um, so I'm hearing, I guess this is them saying to me, okay, you're ready. You're ready to put up that final boundary that was lacking. So there's like a little, I can see in between me and the collective, a sort of, it looks like a screen, like a, like the kind of screen that would be in a window, like you can see
Mhm.
through it.
Mhm.
Um, Very like transparent. Um, Again, it's like orange, but it's like almost all the way see through, super thin, and it's like a screen, a barrier that sort of like filters out that last bit of this habit that she's been holding on to, coming back to, or filtering the rest out and letting it get caught in the screen. It can't, so it can't absorb anymore.
Mhm.
Feels good. Uh, it feels um, like I can kind of breathe a little bit more.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry so much. I never had to worry so much.
I'd like to ask the dragons, what was the purpose of these missions that failed? What was the purpose of those experiences for Lilith's soul? Why did she have to have those experiences?
For her and many of you, these missions were much the same as now,
Mhm.
trying to trying to help a collective move to the next level, break out of their so-called illusion, ascension, similar. but it has had failed more than once. And it shows us it shows us what we needed to to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And this time it's different. This time it's already done. But the memory of the failures has lingered amongst you, and you carry it, and you all want so badly to succeed. You have such good intentions, trying so hard. You've been trying so hard, and it's working. They're not all coming along, but it's working. Some will, as you know, won't be joining you, but it's working. And just that, the whole body is like now, like in a cold, like a um words, goosebumps.
Hmm. Truth bumps.
Yeah, truth bumps.
Hmm.
Whew. So we're just giving her a little nudge today, a little extra. Is doing good, but that habit, that habit she carried, is automatically taking on others.
Mhm.
It's been a tough one to crack. We're just we think that this will do it. This will keep that, at least keep the two separated. She knows, and she's been doing much better. This may be the last go around. Hopefully, this is the last time that this habit will be picked back up again, like a somebody going back to a cigarette.
Mhm.
And we're
Are there
just
any? Sorry, hang on.
okay. I was just saying we're just doing lots of little adjustments and extractions and raising your vibration up some more.
Mhm. Are there any other parts of the body that need our sort of collective intention today, or our attention?
Mhm. Just everything's good.
Okay.
Please stop worrying about your thyroid so much.
Hmm.
There's a there's a big ball of light around it,
Okay.
and it's there. It's been there since she went through her healing process with it several
Hmm.
years ago.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay that it's there. It's protecting it. It's keeping it basically, it's healed. It's healed, but it's like a extra layer of like a shield, like a protection, because the energies are so intense on
Mhm.
on your body. So no worries, it's okay. Just let it be. Um, and the whole body thing, the her biggest, well, besides the energies being so intense, the the hormones are, we're working on them. The hormones. The goal is to try to sort of bear with it right now. Um, it's like a perimenopause, but it's like it's almost like it's energetic and not physical.
Okay.
We're trying to sort of, how do we explain? Go through the motions of this for now as the body is shifts and changes until it's just not necessary. There won't necessarily be like a regular menopause. It's more
Okay.
like it's gonna, you're going along, you're going along, and then once you get to a certain level of um, transformation in the body, it's just not going to be necessary, and it's just gonna, it'll stop. The cycle will stop like a menopause, but it won't be
Mhm.
menopause. The body is shifting and changing fast. So there won't be this, as you know, this normal aging process. It's not going to be like you've been told. So
So
just
is
bear
the
with it.
menopause, sorry, is the menopause um more of like an energetic program that
Yeah,
is running through the collective?
it absolutely is a program. And it's
Okay.
being dismantled right now. It's being dismantled in this body right now.
Okay.
That's why she feels so, it's like one day she's like, oh, I'm so going through menopause. And then the next day it's like, oh, I'm not. It's very confusing to the body. We're sorry about that.
So does it affect the body? Is how we speak about the menopause and how we speak to ourselves and our bodies about the menopause. Does that affect the impact of it on our bodies?
um, yes, to an extent, if you believe it, if you follow
Mhm.
the program and you speak of it in that way, you are, yes, you're, when you all speak what you've been told, yes, it's like it helps run the program.
Mhm.
Um, we So it helps to continually think of yourself um, as healthy and whole,
Mhm.
and repeat that, and remember, some of this is little new information for her. Remember, it is a program. And you don't have to run the program. In fact, you're not running the program. You're one of the you're one of the ones who is dismantling the program through your body. You will never go through full menopause. It's not going to happen to you because you're breaking the program. And there are many
Mhm.
women right now who are younger in linear years. That's a program too, but there's a lot of women out there who are like in their 30s, even, who are thinking they're going through starting to go through the change already. They're
Mhm.
being told that by doctors. Um, it's not that. It's the it's the it's the body shifting into the new form. It's
Yes.
not what they're telling you it is.
So
Interesting.
how do we break the program within ourselves? How do we break the program on an individual level?
By knowing that it is a program, and by knowing, having the knowing within, and confident in the knowing within, that your bodies, those of you that are here for this, the bodies are changing form. You have to know it. You have to believe it. Unfortunately, there are many women who don't know this and don't believe it, obviously, at the moment.
Mhm.
Uh, they're being told what we've all been told. Um, and
So is it a shift in frequency, or if we are on a different frequency to that of what is in quotation the menopause, will we not experience it? Or is it more about psychologically how we think about it and feel about it?
once you get to a certain frequency, it just fades away.
Okay.
Once you get to a certain frequency, um, you won't have these cycles anymore. They're just going to go away. They won't be necessary. They're just not, they won't be
Yeah.
needed. Um, yes, and psychologically, yes, that affects it. When you're programmed to believe it, of course it's going to run. How do we put she's known, she was told a while ago that she would remain what would you would call in your world, this world, she would remain what they call more fertile
Mm-hmm.
longer,
Mm-hmm.
because it is like a temporary, it's like it's not, how do I put this? It's like it's not physically happening to the body. It's an energetic thing. It's like um, it's like it's being, like she's one of the, how do we put this? One of the one of the first ones to um, where this particular program will be turned off. And once it's
Okay.
fully turned off in her and others her age, then it goes into the younger ones. So it's basically just kind of bear with it a little bit longer. Um, all of that stuff you're told about what comes next, just let it go. Just let it go. Let go of, they're told things about symptoms like you're sleeping and you're in weight gain and all these different things, you're told all these horrible, yucky things.
Mhm.
Let it go. Um, it's not all going to come to pass because the body is shifting way too fast for that. The body's
Okay.
shifting faster than the program. So the program is going to like break down and just kind of fade away, if
So,
that makes.
yeah, yeah, it does. It makes sense. Should we refer to it as the menopause, or should we no longer give it that, refer to it as that?
Refer to it as refer to it as the program.
The program. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Call it for what it is, a program. It's a program that was instilled a very, very long time ago.
Mm,
And it's a punishment. A goddess punishment.
okay.
But it's no more.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else we need to know about that?
Um, Once the shift fully occurs, which is coming very fast,
Mhm.
this program goes away, as many others. Uh, you will There will be no more like traditional, maybe I shouldn't call it traditional. No more earthbound, no more human type births.
Okay.
Not gonna
Medical
like,
births.
yeah, like a medical birth. Yeah, that
Yeah.
won't be anymore. It'll be more like the soul embodies and joins you. Um, if you're going to be a parent, that is. Um,
Mhm.
there won't be any more of this uncomfortable, painful program stuff. If it's decided that you'll be a parent, um, it'll happen in a different way, which we won't entirely go into here, but it'll be more of
Okay.
a careful, very carefully considering, taking on that role. And then like a soul would come and join you, but it'll be in a different way. It won't be like it is right now.
Is
Yeah.
the pain of pregnancy and birth, is that all a program as well?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All of that, the program, the pain, the menstrual cycles, the all the things that make us uncomfortable. It's a
Hmm.
program.
Hmm.
It was, one of those, we'll show you, goddesses will punish you. We'll
Yeah.
punish you and you can carry this. But that's all being dismantled right now as we speak. It's
Thank you
done.
for sharing that with us. That's
Oh, you're welcome.
important information. So thank you. Is there any guidance for Lilith on her diet to support her body at the moment?
Hmm. Yeah, she's worrying about it. Speaking of the program,
Mm-hmm.
she's got the program belly, and she's
Mm-hmm.
very concerned about the program belly. It's temporary. The diet, keep following. We say to her, keep following the your inner nudges, like what you feel like you want. Don't deny yourself if you feel like you want that something, even if you feel like it's not good for you. Make sure you follow that. But you can make some changes. You can go back to a little bit less. There's been a little bit more um processed type stuff
Mm-hmm.
in the diet than needs to be. Um, and some of that has been because of financial reasons and things like that. But go, don't go so extreme, but go to more whole foods. There was a time that she did a very extreme version of this, and it was too much. But so go ahead and have your vegetables and your fruit and your protein. You can still have some meat. Um, you can have a little bit of dairy, and you can have like just whole foods. Um, let's, as you said, you don't need the sugar unless, maybe you're using some honey or something like that. Um, you don't need to back off on that stuff. Cookies, things like potato chips, um, processed things, breads, um, back off on that and really try to focus on the whole stuff. You can make it simple. It doesn't have to look like, what you grew up with. It can look like your plate can have like a pile of berries and like a little piece of beef and then like uh, maybe like a vegetable, just like very simple. Keep it simple, and that'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel a little bit better, but you don't have to do anything extreme. Don't go crazy like you did before. And cut out like she had a moment where she cut out. She basically was doing extreme, almost extreme raw vegan, but it
Mm-hmm.
was so extreme that she dropped too much weight too fast, and it
Okay.
made her anxiety worse. And that's when
Okay.
we stepped in and said, "You have to have fat and you have to have meat. You have to.
Yeah.
So don't cut that stuff out. But everything else is good. Just simple, whole. You can do
Okay.
it."
She says that she's been feeling scattered and like she doesn't know what to focus on. Um, Lilith and I have talked about for a while, um, just kind of how she's losing hope with her work in a sense, because it's so quiet. And we recently discovered through one of my own sessions that there was a block put on quantum healers, um, which kind of answers the it being so quiet thing. But Lilith is feeling scattered and she doesn't know where to put her focus. So, can you help her with that?
Hmm, sure. Follow follow your nudge. So, first things first, follow this nudge to get the house in order. Let's start there. Let's start getting rid of what we don't need, um, getting things in order here. And that would, if you do it, if you do it, it will only take you maybe like a month. So
Mhm.
let's start there. And that in itself is going to make you feel less scattered. It's going to bring in more abundance and maybe open up some more doors. And then you have some ideas about some different things, some creative ideas. There's an idea she's got for like a t-shirt type of thing. She's been researching. We'll help you with that. Maybe you can work on some of these creative ideas. Um, you can sell some, put some stuff up for sale online right now. You've got all those rocks in your garage and you need to do something with them. Crystals,
Mhm.
maybe somebody would buy some of those, or you could give them to someone or something, or do something creative with them. And then, and then you can start to put yourself out again a little more. Maybe you'll come up with some contents from here and from your next sessions. Start putting yourself out a little bit more again. You don't have to go heavy and hard. You don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to be like on social media every day. It's in transition right now anyway.
Mhm.
There's so much going on with that. Everyone's still being shadow banned, and you know, you don't have to kill yourself with that right now. Because all of this is coming back. It is a cycle. It is
Mhm.
blocked, but it will be unblocked. And we would like all of you to kind of have your house in order when it becomes unblocked. It will
Okay.
be once they've had their time to go through their dark night that they have to go through. Um, it'll be unblocked just like that, and then everything will pick up on that end. It'll be back. It will be. We promise it will be back. Um,
Is there any kind of timeline on when it will be back? You know how we humans love a good time scale.
well, we don't want to give too much on time frame because she has repeated, you've told me that this time and this time this would be happening.
Yeah.
And the timing doesn't always line up right. And she gets so mad.
Mm.
We're going to say optimistically for some things to start opening back up later this year. So we'll say end of, we have to get through the summer.
Okay.
And I think that things will be shifting and more people will hopefully be, coming and seeking help. And, if everything shifts financially as well, that will help as well. But as you know, all of that's all going to shift and change, and it's all going to change. But so that would be an optimistic timeline,
Okay.
definitely before the end of this year. So use this time
Okay.
right now to do the get things in order. You can focus on your side jobs, as you call them. If you're selling stuff or doing side jobs, focus on yourself, focus on your house, focus on some creativity. And you all, not just Gina, uh, you still need a lot of rest right now. A lot,
Okay.
like more than you want. We know you get frustrated. We know you get frustrated because you feel like you want to do things and you need to do things and you keep getting stopped. But you have to rest and you have to
Oh.
play. That's the focus. And all of this other stuff is going to come back around and uh and then you'll be ready.
Um, there was a question about the collective consciousness and the split that's going on right now. Um, can you give us kind of a run through of what is actually going on and how best we navigate it?
Yeah. So we are now right in the middle of what you've been told was going to come to pass.
Mhm.
The split is happening in real time. There are almost three different pathways right now. There's those of you who are on that awake level, that higher, your consciousness has shifted and you're as awake as you can be at the moment, even though
Mhm.
you know there's always more to come, obviously, so much more. But there's those of you that are going down that pathway, the awakening, the ascension, the organic path. There's a group in the middle who have they've raised their consciousness somewhat. It's a lot of these others that you see that are you see them and interact with them in spiritual communities. They're definitely on one level, they are aware and more conscious, but they're still under the veil. They're still
Mhm.
under the MK Ultra programming, basically. They're the
Mhm.
ones in the middle you see who are so love and light, but they don't want to face the truth.
Mhm.
They don't
Yes.
want to see it. They haven't done any shadow work.
Mhm.
They've been refusing up until this point. And then there's the other path, which is the completely, unconscious, fully immersed in the program. They're completely the ones you see right now who are consumed. They're consumed with hate and fear.
Mhm.
And you see them having meltdowns and temper tantrums and just full blown mental illness. So there's like three pathways right now. Um, so what's
So
occurring
it's like,
now? Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's
So it's like
okay.
there's awake
Yeah,
and not awake and woke. Is that kind
yeah,
of where we're at? Yeah.
yeah. You can label it that way. Yeah, you can. That's a
Yes.
way to differentiate. And
Yeah.
now with everything that's happening. Yes, a lot of this is tied in with politics.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, th- they're all being forced to make a choice now. It's either face the truth, face the truth, raise your consciousness, face it, face the truth, face your shadow, and break through that barrier and, join us in this work. Or, or the other choice, of course, is to go right back into the program, the duality, it's a choice. We're at that point where they have to choose now. There's been a lot of hemming and hawing, a lot of dragging our feet. I don't want to look at the truth. I don't want to see it. I don't want to face it. I don't want anything to change. I'm comfortable. I'm so comfortable in what I know because this is all I know. And that's what's going on. They're just, uh, you know, un, unconscious, when you haven't done any of the yucky work, the stuff that, we've been through, you've been through
Mm-hmm.
various PTSDs and traumas. And when you
Mm-hmm.
haven't done any of that yet, it's making it really hard for them. But they chose to, they chose it. They chose to do it this way. Some of it's ego, of course, all of our egos. But it's just, that's just where we are. You have to choose now. This is it. This is it. There's no other way to put it except for this is it. You have to pick your path now. There's no more, oh, maybe I'll go this way and maybe I'll go that way. This is it. Point blank. And just saying that my whole body is again just full of bumps.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is the split. We are here. Um, I know it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to witness two or three different realities at one time. Definitely different realities happening right now. Um, there are some that are so deeply asleep and entrenched that there's no getting to them. There's some that there's no getting through, but that's okay. That's okay. It's it's okay. That's what they need now. Um, at some point they'll get there. It'd probably be in another life.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I mean, we've all done this. We've all faced this at some
Yeah.
point. Um, it's just, what's best for the individual being, at the time. It's just hard to watch it unfold, but that's why we want some of you to just observe. And some can plant seeds, of course, but this observation is necessary right now. Sit down and sit back and got to let some things unfold. Quit jumping to conclusions, which we
Mm.
all like to do. So
How
we just want
can
to
those of,
know.
sorry,
Okay, I said we just want to know so badly.
yes. How can those of us who are awake embody more of that divine neutrality to navigate this split.
So keep on, basically keep on keeping on. Keep following your path. Keep following your your self-care rituals. Keep doing your spiritual work. Keep meditating. Keep doing all those things you've been doing. Keep coming back to center and resting and playing, even if that's all you can do in a day. There's going to be so many days where you're just going to be, and there have been already many of these days where you're just almost incapacitated, with feeling scattered and brain fogged or tired. You don't know what to do. Just be, and just be. You just be. It's okay. And keep the boundaries up. We're going to have to keep using our energetic boundaries. We're going to have to employ, shielding ourselves to an extent. I know I she has really backed off of even looking at most of social media because of this. You've got to protect your own energy right now. There's so much stuff just being spit out everywhere, and it's not for you. Um, you've got to block it, ignore it, look above it, um, and just keep viewing. You can view others, especially the ones in the middle. It's like they're still, look at them more as like your younger brothers and sisters, and just send them love. You don't have to take any crap off of anyone. You know, you do not take any abuse because they are lashing out quite a bit. You don't have to take any of that. You can always cut that off and put a stop to that and stand up for yourself. But just send them the love from afar. Just keep breathing, keep playing, and just keep going ahead with what you want and what you believe. And it is all going to sort of come to it's going to come to a point. There's going to be quite a few third eyes opening, and then there's going to be all the ones that double down and just go the other way. And at some point, it's almost like you won't even interact with each other anymore. It will get to that point where you do live in two separate dimensions, basically.
Mhm.
That's where we're heading. The train is on the track and we are flying. It's happening fast. That's why we say this is it.
Mhm.
And everyone gets a choice and everyone gets free will. But this is it.
Why does Lilith keep getting the message about Mexico?
Um, we'd like you to go back there again. Um, we're just planting that seed right now because we don't know when right now. Because she's even said, so when, how, and why. If you want me to do this, you have to make it happen. So just let us work on those details. Um, it just might be necessary for you to go there again physically, um, which I'm sure you're happy to do. Uh, there's a lot of every time she's gone there, there has been an important energetic shift for her and for others because it carries a lot of it's a lot of portals there, lots and lots of portals in that country that many of you are connected to. Um, so just we were just kind of whispering that out there because it's a possibility of sometime over the next say year to two that you're gonna need to go back again, and we will put that in front of you. You don't have to figure it out. So don't worry about it. Don't have to worry.
Is there any other energetic work that needs to be done for Lilith today?
Mm, no, we're just we've been doing doing what we've been doing the whole time. She's still freezing. She's so no. We'll finish this will be finished up and then you'll be fine.
How long is this cold cold sensation gonna last for her? When is that gonna ease off?
Not much longer.
Okay.
Give it an hour or two. It'll fade off.
And is there any more information you want to share with Lilith today? Is there any more messages that she needs to hear or
Mm. No, not really. Just don't forget those that are we are here. Uh don't forget Metatron. Metatron is always around you. Keep listening. Metatron is like a father. So just
Mm.
don't forget that. You forget you get so caught up and you get where you're thinking that we're not here, but we're here. We're here.
Is there a specific message from the dragons to humanity right now?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. You don't see us. I mean, some of you do, but we're here whether you believe us or not. We're here and we are protecting you. We are using our fire and we are blazing through the collective chaos. Um, in some ways, helping to get rid of what doesn't serve, and in some ways to make things even more chaotic, shake you up, make you look, make you see what you've been refusing to see. We're talking to the collective, and we're working with you, and many of you are being given our strength and our energy when you do get afraid, when you do feel anxious and fearful. Call upon us. Always call upon the dragons. If you feel like you need anything that in that vein, protection, strength, confidence, um, we're here. And each and every one of you are assigned at least one of us.
Thank you. Are there any other messages that want to come through this session?
Hmm. Just for you, Nina,
Mm-hmm.
just a message of uh, a few messages. So there's your dragon is there with you,
Mm-hmm.
and just a message of we thank you and surrounding you with love right now, and telling you that it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Whatever is bothering you, it's going to be okay. We've got you, and everything's going to work out.
Thank you. I'm awfully fond of dragons.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite beings. So thank you for coming through and for working with us today. Are we complete for today?
Yeah, we're complete.
Good. Just before we close this session, can we please make sure that the water of Lilith's body is cleansed? And can we also set a new loving intention into the water of Lilith's body?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you do that now, please? Just allow that intention to come forward.
Absolutely. So all the water is being activated with blue, sparkly light. All the way up and down. It feels very clean. I
Mm,
don't know how else to describe it. Clean,
yeah.
like almost like a mouthwash over top of everything.
Nice.
Hmm. And the intention is set.
Beautiful. Thank you. So we're going to gently begin to bring your light body back to your physical body now. We're just going to bring your energy back to your physical form, feeling all of the renewed and realigned, vibrant energy returning into your body now. Before you open your eyes, take note of the expansion of your heart and the increased depth of your wisdom and knowing. We send deep, deep gratitude and love to all who participated in this journey today. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and when I get to 5, you'll be fully awake and back into your body. 1, you're beginning to wake up now. 2, you can start to move your arms and legs. You can stretch. 3, you're coming back into this room and coming back into your body fully and completely. 4, you're coming completely back into your physical form and everyday conscious awareness. 5, feeling wonderful, refreshed, and energized. You are fully awake. Welcome back.
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm
Mm.
sweating.
Take your time.
Oh
Cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot.
my gosh. Oh my crazy. Whew. Okay.